So today I'm in the cute little town of Independence, California, getting a resupply, listening to the wonderful bells on the courthouse, staying at the courthouse motel. So I thought I grew up in a small town. I'm in Independence, which is up north. And you can see the Sierras out there. We're at the base of the Sierras, and little monsoon action coming in here. I'm here getting a resupply. I'm going to pick up my box right now. Staying at the Courthouse Motel, which is a very quaint, darling, hiker-friendly hotel. Walking down Main Street. I don't know the story on this, an old restaurant, bakery, but it looks absolutely amazing and could become just a really cool hangout, much needed in this town. Here's the information. Sweet little house here on Main Street. I see hollyhocks. They're done blooming though. I just love that old courthouse. I remember driving through here as a kid on the way up to Yosemite. And that was one of the things I always wanted to make sure I was awake for, was to see this big old courthouse here in Independence, California. Look at that tree. And did I tell you, Independence has a noon whistle? Just like on the base. I think they had a 7:30, a noon, and a 4:30. Time for everybody to go to work, get off work, take lunch. After a day and a half here in Independence, getting resupply and re-strategized, I have to say goodbye to the courthouse and that great big beautiful tree. Bus picks up here on 395 at 6:27. Can you believe it? And I don't know if you can tell on this video, but I put sunscreen on my face, but I didn't put sunscreen on my lips. And when I was up on those high altitudes in the unsheltered areas, the exposed areas, my lips are like giantly burned and swollen. It hurts to smile, but I still will. I also cannot say enough about the kindness of the owners of the Courthouse Hotel, which is right across the street from the historic courthouse. They have been so kind, and they're so hiker friendly, number one. And he saw me sitting over here waiting for the bus and brought me some coconut water and some water, and goes, "You're gonna need this," you know, and just always offering water and fruit, and just so kind, and just like a wonderful little family. So even if you aren't hiking but going through Independence, California, I highly recommend just stopping one night and getting to know them, and just, you know, see how old time California, Central California desert used to be before DWP took over. That's another story. Maybe I should tell you that one too. Extraterrestrials, and also monitoring all the jets that come up and down this corridor from China. So I was on the Eastern Sierra Transit, now switched over to the Yosemite Transit, going up to Tuolumne. Looking out the window, we're in Mammoth right now, so headed towards Tuolumne to head back on the trail. See some goodness in the background there. Here's my bus. The store's been closed for a while. It's just a skeleton of a building here. So I'm in Yosemite. And I think I'm just gonna find this one campground here, kind of get squared away, because the next campground is like 10 miles. I gotta decide if I'm gonna do that today because it's already a late start. And I was gonna drop off this bag of stuff in a hiker box, but apparently there is none. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with it and find a bathroom. Headed towards Lambert Dome. Now at Tuolumne Meadows Campground, coming into the backpacker section up here. And I'm just gonna think I'm gonna relax and get on the road, on the trail in the morning. Just kind of enjoy being in Yosemite for a moment. The river coming down the side of the campground. This is a pretty cool campground. I'm down in the main area right now because I came down to take some trash. But they've got toilets, they've got running water, and tables and bear vaults. And really nice. I had to set up in a place, hopefully, that won't get a river through it. Apparently the last 2 nights it's rained. Everything's really wet, so we'll see. But guess what? I need to find a gas can. I had bought a gas can, saw how much it was, thought it was outrageous, took it back, figured I'd get it somewhere along the line, and we are somewhere along the line, and I don't think there's anybody who's gonna have a gas can for the next 70 miles. But I'm gonna find out. I'll ask the rangers. Oh, can you believe it? 7 days. Most of the food I have is to cook. Ay. Welcome to my world. So a nice little setup here. Got a fire pit. I don't think we can have fires right now though. Table, tent, bear box, chipmunks running everywhere. This is the backpacker section. Very nice. Okay, after a failed attempt of hitchhike down to Lee Vining, which I didn't really want to do, I am going to MacGyver, magnet, shoelaces, see if I can MacGyver out some old partials out of the recycle boxes. We'll see. Tied my shoelaces together for length, secured them onto my tripod, which has very strong magnet ends, and I'm gonna dip it down into here, see if I can pull up. I'm gonna go fishing, see if I can pull up some partials anyway. That works really well, but there's only 3 in that one, and they were all totally empty, so I will go try another one. My contraption worked, fishing for gas cans. I went to 3 different locations in the campground, pulled up a whole bunch, all of them were totally empty. So I'm going to be cooking the food on the top of my backpack as I hike. I already learned that cold coffee and instant breakfast work. So for the next week, it will be get more creative on the cooking. Should have brought my friends a lens. Huh, that's an idea. Anyway. So, as you know, I did the rookie mistake of not getting my gas can, although I did think I could get it up here at Tuolumne, but there's no place in Tuolumne to get anything. It's all shut down, just the campground's open. So, I was gonna have to get another bus, go down to the valley, talking to a fellow, and guess what? He gave me his gas can. Isn't that cool? Because he's going down the valley anyway. So he can just get another one there, and I got a gas can, so we're back on trail. So little bit of a late start. It's 10, but after getting gas from Kevin at the bus stop, I was so excited. I had to go back to the campsite and make coffee and breakfast and spam and get some food on board, get some calories on board. And but what I was thinking also is this, it's kind of cool because it was 2015, 5 years ago, when I first learned about backpacking, and that's when JB and I came up and dropped off Sarah here in Tuolumne Meadows. She did the JMT. I think we dropped her off back a little bit further. I don't know, maybe it was, but I know, all I remember is that just watching her head off across into the sunset, across the meadow, not knowing what was gonna happen. Very exciting times. And now here I am. Oh, there's a little prairie dog or something. Now I'm headed north. She was headed south on the JMT. And now from here I'm headed north on the PCT. So what comes around turns around. Great times. Beautiful, beautiful day. Little prairie dog down there. I don't know if you can see him. Oops. Okay, it's 11. I think I can still get the 9 miles in that I want to get in today without having to go into night hiking. But we'll see. The terrain is kind of up and downish, but not anything real crazy that I can tell. So that will make it a lot easier to get the nine miles in today. This must be a popular trailhead. I mean, parking on this road goes for miles and miles.